Hi and welcome back to the Geek and Hermit. Today we're going to be taking a look at Aliens Colonial Marines. Now I must say in advance, if I sound funny at all, it's because I've just come back from having a filling done and I can't feel half my face currently. So anyway, but back to the game. Now I was one of the few idiots that bought this game at launch for full price, I'm afraid. And in a nutshell, the game is crap. Basically. Sorry to dash anyone's hopes, but yeah, there it is. The graphics are pretty much substandard. They have got the sound effects good actually. The pulse rifle sounds right, and the motion tracker is spot on to the Aliens film. But that's pretty much the only concessions I'll give this game. The squad member AI is crap. Aliens themselves, the AI is useless. And instead of creeping up on you, they'll just run straight at you on the floor 9 times out of 10, wailing their arms like a complete nutcase. Which is really quite reminiscent of one of my old favourite games back from the 3DO. Which is, of course, Space Hulk. I love that game. But yeah, instead of creeping along in dark corridors at you, they'll just run straight at you. And it just takes the... well, it's not as immersive, because it's just... oh, look, aliens running at me. It's just a shame. I think it could have done with a bit of tweaking. Now, there are some good parts of the game. They do bring in the ship, actually. Parts of Prometheus, actually. The ship that's in that with the space jockey. And of course the first Alien film, that features in it, which is what you see now actually. And there are a lot of fan service bits and bobs you can see during the game. Now there are interesting parts, I will give it that. Like this is one of my personal favourite parts. Basically creeping through some tunnels, completely unarmed, no motion trackers, and basically they're completely blind aliens. I'm not sure if it's like a mixed, but I'm not entirely sure why they're blind. I think just cast-offs or an experiment or something. But yeah, they're completely reliant on hearing, so you've got to go through really slowly walking, and it's quite creepy. I really did enjoy this part. I mean, it does go on a little bit too long because it's going like slug pace. But yeah, I did like that, and I wish they'd done more parts like that with the lighting and everything. But instead you spend more than 50% of your time shooting random crappy soldiers. Now, they do have some good parts in it, like this where you're fighting in a cargo loader, of course from the Aliens film again. It's fun, but it's not quite as good as you'd think it would be. I think that's a bit of a failing really, because it's just like, I'm not sure what they could have done with it, but it doesn't feel as heavy or as meaty as it could do. And the game is of course littered with bugs, this of course being one of them. Nothing game breaking I found all the way through, it's just sometimes you get bugs like this, and sometimes the sound will drop out for a couple of seconds. It's on the PS3 version, I don't know why, but no game breakers, it's just, you know, you just see it lacks polish. Now the plot actually has been signed off as official canon by Warner Brothers, which I wish to God it hadn't been. It's like the official story, what happened after the Aliens film, which stupidly they then do something ridiculous, like by resurrecting Hicks. Yeah, the Marine that gets away at the end of the Aliens film with Ripley and Newt, even though he was found dead at the beginning of Alien 3, that part is glossed over entirely. It just says, oh, it was a long story. And that's it, really. And it doesn't really amount to anything. At least if you're going to reincarnate a main character from a story, at least give them something to do, rather than just put them there for pointless. Oh look, we can get the original voice actor. Awesome, let's stick him in the game. Why? Oh, who gives a shit? They'll love it. It doesn't work. Now, the online component actually, some parts of it are fun. Like I enjoyed playing as the alien, and there are some interesting modes. Like basically, I think one of the highlights really is extraction or something like that, or escape. I can't remember what it's called. Basically, the 4 Marines have got 1 life each. They've got to get from point A to point B with different bits and bobs in between, and the aliens can just keep respawning, and the idea is just kill them and prevent them from getting away. And I did enjoy those modes. It feels a little basic, some of the other modes, and the environments aren't exactly fantastic. But one thing I think they should have done is put a basic tutorial in for the control of the aliens, because you can't play the campaign as them, so you just get lumbered in straight away in multiplayer as an alien. And most people suffer from that because you don't know you can press and hold one button and crawl up walls and ceilings, and they'll run along the floor at people and of course get shot to shit. So I think that's a bit of a failing. So I'd have to give this game a 5 out of 10 I think. It's not quite as horrific as people have been saying in some of the reviews I've been reading. They've been treating it as if it's like pissed all over the child or something. It's not. It's just a massive letdown, because with the Aliens license you could do an awful lot, and it's just a mediocre game, I'm afraid. I'm not selling my copy personally, because I actually enjoyed certain parts of it, so at least that says something, but as an Aliens game it could have been a lot better. So thanks for watching, people. See you next time.